Yeah, what is happening, people? It is No Stress Wednesday. Who's here? Say hello. So I'm going to be trying to just do a couple of things solo tonight. Amy had more family come into town where she's at her grandmother's. So she's crazy busy and unlikely she will be joining. Hey Tammy, hey Lindsay. So I'm going to just do what I would do if I were solo. I have some more sport coats, surprise, surprise, that need listing. So I am going to, like I said, just do my workflow like I would do if I were by myself, which I am. So, what are you guys doing? Are you guys listing stuff? How are sales today? Everything good, I hope. I'm going to start. Um, I'm going to start sharing my screen. You see, we've already got 5 people here, and the stream just started. This is great. Um, and I'm just going to start working. I am going to try my best teach you about sport coats. I can do that. Um, like I can go really in depth and show you how and where and everything I measure. I know people have asked me to do that, so no time like the present, right? Hey Tim, how's it going? You always say you intend to, but you won't. Come on. We'll see how long it takes me to get some work done. Um, so yeah, I mean, obviously, if you guys have been watching our channel for any amount of time, you know that I have a sport coat obsession. Um, but I'm able to make really, really great profit on them because, like I said, I mean, they're $5 at the most usually. And while this one's a theory, this one's not the greatest brand for resale, but let's see what these are selling for. It's kind of a newer label. Let's see. They do women's stuff also. Okay, not bad. These are probably brand new though. Yep. Okay. So the first lesson about sport coats that I can because the thrifts are usually going to be loaded with stuff like from Joseph A. Bank and what else? Joseph Abood, Calvin Klein. Leave all that stuff there. That's not good for resale, in my opinion. Hey Donna, how's it going? Oh, thank you so much. That's really appreciate that. We're here to help you guys. So let's see. It looks like most of the theory sport coats, the pre-owned ones, are going for like $50 for the majority of them. Yeah. So I'm gonna list mine right in there as well. This one's like gray with a super fine pinstripe, but like a whole lot of them. So cool. Okay. Hey Susan, Teresa. All right. So let's see here. I'm gonna take the one. Let's see which one sold most recently. March 6th, March 30th. This guy right here. So I'm gonna sell similar. Oh, this is a suit. I'm going to sell similar from this one right here and just change all of the specifics to match the one that I've got. And I am going to do all of my drafts first tonight and then drop my pictures in so I'm not having to get up and sit down and get up and sit down and readjust the camera. And, I think it's just a better workflow being alone tonight. So let's see. This is, I don't, Okay, maybe there's a reason to leave men's in there because they do make women's blazers, and also cotton satin lined. No, get that out of here. It's none of those things. So for SEO, we always like to put the size close to the front. Size, what is this? 40 regular, I believe. Yep. 40R. If you have the space, I like to do the size for sport coats both ways, so 40R and the word regular. So if somebody's searching, hey Matt, what's going on? I am solo listing sport coats and trying to teach about sport coats tonight. So where was I? Men's size 40 regular, 2-button. I mean, you could wear it casual, but no reason to put that here. It's a sport coat, not a blazer. If you want to know the difference, I do have both hanging up here, so I'll show you that. It's real simple. A blazer is supposed to be navy blue or black and have metal buttons. Everything else is a sport coat or a suit jacket, technically. Okay. I need to make a ticket as well for this guy. There we are. Okay. This is a theory. Gray pinstripe. My inventory number here is what? Come on. 4396. $4.99 is what I paid. Really? Okay, I guess I paid $4.99 for that. But it has been hanging in the other closet for quite some time, so there's no knowing how long it's been there. Hey, Adelaide, how are you? All right, so we'll put that over there. This is $43.96. Suits and suit separates. That's right. Okay. I really do need to make some keyboard shortcuts and learn how to type. All right, not just me working solo. Sweet. So I'm going to copy my title back down here, and so I know a lot of people probably. I was just thinking, a lot of people probably list on their phones and not on a computer. So we're thinking about how to, make videos for that. We'll have to start looking into that. I know it's really easy to like screen record on the iPhone. So, but what I was going to say is this condition description field right here at the top, near the top of the listing. Anything you want your buyer to see, I would put in there, because most people buy on their phones, and this shows up on the phone on the listing on the first page. This down here, the item description, does not. You have to click show more or something like that, and nobody does that on the phone. There's your hot tip. Okay, photos I'm going to do later. Let's see, type, update that. Okay. Okay, cool. Good to know. I'll start. I don't know why I think I should use it. The thing that bugs me about it right now is that the SKU field isn't permanently turned on. So until they change that, I'm not going to use it. Because that's super annoying to have to toggle on every single time. So How many dress suits would you say you'll have in your inventory? Oh man. uh, it, a lot. Probably close. I mean, a couple of hundred, easy, easy. Probably 300-400, somewhere in that area. but but it's kind of like a volume game because it's like Amy compares it to a needle in a haystack, because you have to have a lot of inventory, because sport coats especially, they're all sized a little differently. Sizes run completely different from brand to brand. Hey Ciro, what's going on? um and also just in between, within the same brand, so depending on how old they are, if they're newer cuts, they might be a little slimmer and stuff like that, so measurements tend to vary quite a bit. So you have to wait for the right person to to be looking for a new jacket, so sometimes it can take a while, and having a massive amount of inventory helps us sell more. And we sold another one today, so I think it's helping that I've been listing some the past couple of days. Well, sometimes the obscure names, you know if it's obscure to you, it could be it's could be a designer that is pricey. In my experience, the suits the suit brands that command more of a price, then you wouldn't I wouldn't recognize the name unless I had researched it or known about it previously. Like Brioni is incredibly good. Chitin I wouldn't have known about until I found one. Isaiah is another one that's really, really popular and expensive on resale right now. And that's without an H. That's just ISIA. Is that right? Yeah, I think. There might be another I in there. Exactly, like Cinderella in her slipper. That's a great comparison. So, so the measurements and stuff I'm going to fill out later when I do my pictures. But I do like to fill out as much of this stuff as I can. Let's see, I think the lining is polyester. What is the jacket itself? Mostly wool? Yeah. Okay, it is striped. Okay, yeah. You mean what it was made out of? The We got those on Amazon. I don't remember which brand or anything like that, but I remember them. They were a little bit of an investment. They were like I think over $100 or something like that. 150. I'm making stuff up. Don't quote me on this at all, please. I just remember it was a bit of an investment. Okay. Yeah, for the most part, in the sport coat world, if it's not made out of 100% wool, it's probably worth passing over, with few exceptions. Like, don't pass up a Dolce and Gabbana cotton jacket just because it's cotton. You know what I mean? Let's see. This was polyester. this? No need to put that. Okay. And these are right at $50. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this on shoot. This is $12.99 flat rate, priority mail shipping. And most oftentimes I ship sport coats in a regional A box. And that most of the time works out really well. It's rare that it's over $12 for us, since we live in Texas. It's very advantageous for us to use the regional boxes. Cool. All right. Did one draft. Sweet. Let's do number 2. Oh man, this thing's like super vintage. Look at this thing. But it's Loro Piana wool, and it's a vintage Hugo Boss. It's kind of unique, so I'm gonna list it. I wonder if there's any of this style at all. Let's see. Well, then what do you know? There's 47. How about, are there any solds? That's the important question. Okay. I'll take 3 solds. I'll take it. At least it's not 0. All right, $40-$50, somewhere around there. Sweet. Does this one have a store label? No. If you've never looked inside, or ever bought or handled a sport coat, you're like Laura Piana, if that doesn't mean anything to you. Sometimes on the inside of the jacket, in addition to the designer label, you'll have a label that looks like this. This is the logo. And it'll say Laura Piana, and it'll give you sometimes a number like that, and sometimes it'll just give you a fabric type, like wool or wool and cashmere or 100% cashmere or whatever. But this is it's a brand of fabric. They make their own clothing as well, but for the most part, they sell their cloth to other designers, and then those houses make their jackets or whatever out of this really nice branded Italian wool. So this increases the value of the sport coats a little bit. That is a good question, Adelaide. I have absolutely no idea, and I would look on Reddit or Google for that answer. No, there you go. Bearded Poketuber for the win with the answer. All right, Amy just sent me a text message that said it's crazy over there, but she's going to try to jump on the stream later. But all right, I'm trying. I'm holding it down here. Let's see. So I'm going to copy this one because it's sold for the most. Get this thing back up here. Oh, Amy's favorite thing. I got to log back in. Sweet. There is no rules to what you can put in the title, so I'm going to put both for sure. So what I'm going to, I don't know why, I hate that people do all caps like this. I'm going to do Hugo Boss, and then immediately Loro Piana, because I'm going to specify the type of fabric. So hold on, let me get rid of this stuff here. Men's bluish blue. Okay, I mean it actually is kind of blue and brown, but textured. It is textured. Okay, yes. Let's see here. What size was this? 44 long. Okay. This is Super 110s. Super. And that tells you that's like it's similar to like a thread count in sheets. So Super 110s, it goes all the way up to like 180s. And 180s is like really, really, really thin, fine threads. It's very rare you'll find a 180s. It's like very, very fine, wears out real fast. You know what? I'm going to get rid of textured and I'm going to call this Twister, because that's what, yep, Twister. That's copyright by Loro Piana. So this is like their unique style of, anyway, textured fabric. Twister, wool, Galilei, sport coat. Look at that, one character left. Perfect. Boom. 43.97. Yeah, I think I have. Oh, nice. Hold on, let me connect my AirPod here real quick. Give me 1 second. And boom. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'm holding it down.
Hello. All right, good.
We're at Sport
It's
Coat
crazy
School.
here. Oh, good.
What happened? Oh, you sold the calculator for $86. That is awesome. Um, but what? Yeah, I was in the middle of answering a question. About Cole Haan with Nike. I have been flagged for those also, but with sport coats, it's never been an issue. Just putting two brand names in the title when I do like Hugo Boss and Loro Piana. Boom.
Good job, Dan. We knew he could do great.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
trying.
late for a very good reason.
I wasn't I
Eh,
wasn't expecting you to be able to make it at all, so I'm very happy that you are here.
No, tomorrow night's gonna be the night that
Tomorrow
is
night.
the
Okay.
Nan had a giggle fest.
Uh-oh.
We were laughing for like an hour straight.
That's good. That's good reason.
Right? So I said, you know what? Hey Tim, how you doing? I was like, this is worth it.
Totally worth it.
She thought everything was funny. She's still probably gonna come out here. She won't go to sleep.
I call this thing mainly. I don't know. Would you call this mainly blue? I don't know.
Mangry.
Mainly. Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
don't
call it.
know.
I'm
What's
gonna call it
brown?
blue. Blue brown.
Hey, Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nana was cracking up. Oh, I'm sorry, Adelaide. It is, it's a slow process here over here. Sometimes we have her for a little bit, and then so it just depends on the day.
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, can you bring me that? No, go check on Nana, but then when you come back, can you bring me that tea?
Waist
Can
size.
you bring me that
Check.
tea?
That's
I'm
funny.
so thirsty.
Oh man,
You
I'm
better
pretty
go
good.
see what she's doing. Lord only knows.
What's happening? Huh?
I just told my mom to go see what my grandmother's doing because Lord only knows. So after dinner, we had dinner and it was really good and she was full and she said, I have to go to the bathroom. So we let her go to the bathroom and we were out here and I said, Mom, I think to my mom. I said, I think it's been a long time. Should we go check on her? We went to go check on her. She was in the bed, fully clothed. And we were like, what are you doing? She was like, I'm too tired. I gotta go to bed. So we let her sleep for like 30 minutes and then we got her up and now she's like bouncing off the walls. Like she had a
Oh
bunch of sugar.
man.
She didn't, but she's acting like she's like, I had a bunch of sugar. She's
Oh
bouncing
my
off the
god,
walls,
that's so funny.
giggling. We watched Everybody Loves Raymond and she just could not stop laughing.
Oh man, it's infectious once she starts going.
Exactly right. My mom and I were crying, laughing. Like my mascara's all running. I was crying.
Oh yes, yes.
Those are the good days. Yeah, she's a healthy eater. That's lucky. Oh no, Ladybug's mom bit her. Oh no.
Oh no.
See, some days Nana's like that too. Some days she's just real ornery. Today she was medium today. She was kind of a little bit pissy. And then tonight, woof,
Just a little bit.
woof. Tonight she is like had laughing gas or something.
That's so
Funny.
awesome.
She loves ice cream, so I just bribe her with ice cream to do anything.
I mean, when you're 90, how much?
She's almost 92.
So there you go.
I know, I said my ice cream's gonna be like champagne. Just bring me champagne. Just keep it coming.
This is coming. Yeah.
All right, so what are you listing?
I'm batching. I'm doing all my drafts first.
Dan's gonna try the old batch,
Yeah, I
the
said, like I
batch
said, because I
method.
was I was expecting to be alone, so I was gonna do this slightly more efficient, so I didn't have to be like getting up and sitting down and running back and
Yeah,
forth.
let's see how it works out for you.
It's kind of working out. What's happening up here? We got new messages. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a Vero or something. Got some issues happening on our
Do
eBay.
we? Uh-oh. So this is another. Says fabric by Loro Piana, Italy, but it doesn't specify what kind. So it's just they got the wool from Loro Piana, but this is a Brooks Brothers Brooks Ease. So like I mean, almost every brand will use, or can use Loro Piana. But if they do, they
Uh,
would definitely put the label in the jacket as well.
Fear not, that was not a Vero. It was just a question.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that's the cutest picture of Mojo you just sent. Guys, look how
Look
cute
at
this
his
picture
little
is.
face.
Oh my God. How can you not
Here,
love this cat?
here, let me hold on. Look at his little face.
Look at that cat. I'm sorry, but our cat's better than any other cat. I'm not sorry.
Not sorry.
She's still laughing. Did you make her?
See? Boom, there we go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Best offer accepted, $60. Best
She's
offer.
a loose cannon tonight.
All right. See, this one's so
So
much
for
fun.
all the people that aren't in Italian families, you get to be vicariously in one this week.
Yes. Yes. I know everybody's.
And so if you are not an Italian family, you might not know this, but people just show up. So right now in this house well, should be my uncle, but he's out of the house right now. But my uncle, his partner, my grandma, my mother, me, my cousin who lives here, and now my aunt is showing up all in one house, and it's totally normal. It's fine. It's just like how we
It's
do.
totally awesome. Yeah.
Totally, totally normal.
Sucks. This guy.
Crazy. She's just coming in tomorrow. Gotta go pick her up at the airport 6 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, no, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Brookwood. That's the style. Brookwood. And it's a 41 regular. That's a weird size. Has no more characters.
The coats with two slits in the back are neither, I'm going to answer for Dan here, Ladybug.
Okay,
They're
thank you.
neither better nor worse. They are different.
It's just a
Uh,
different style of how
yeah,
they.
a dual vent versus a single vent makes no matter on the value, in my opinion. So it does kind of give you a clue as to how it's worn or the date that it was made, but that's it. Like, or where it was made. So a lot of British people wear dual vent suits as opposed to Americans who wear single vent suits. I know that from living in both countries, but I'm sure it's, separated by region as well. The thing that's really important right now with sport coats is 3 button versus 2 button versus 1 button.
Yeah.
That gives you a little bit more clue about the value. 3 button suits right now are less valuable. That doesn't mean it's always going to be like that because we still sell vintage suits, but the 3 button ones right now are typically less in value. And a 1 button jacket will either indicate it's super casual or a dinner jacket super formal. It will go one way or the other.
Yeah, if it's black with the satin lapel and cloth covered buttons, that's the super formal way.
Oh yes, Christina, there is so much food in our house. I've been here for, what is this, my fourth day, third day?
Yeah.
We've gotten Instacart 3 times. Instacart, like full groceries, 3 times. We just got another one. My aunt was coming, we're like, oh, we need more groceries. My mom's gonna cook 3 meals today. 3 meals for
God.
tomorrow, today. There is much cooking happening. You have fun with that, Matt.
Right. With
I'm in
my
DC, everyone's
sneaking out to
celebrating.
do a quick celebration.
Yeah, everyone here celebrating. Elias went to celebrate.
Nice.
Everyone's celebrating. At least it's legal. Carrie, I haven't seen your cats, so maybe they are equal, but not better than Mojo. They can be equal. I'll give you that. No.
Lucy misbehaving.
Mm, how'd you know? So Ladybug's thinking that two slits were more two. We're gonna have to stop saying slits. It's weird.
Yeah.
Two vents. That's how eBay calls it, vents. I don't know if they're more desirable. I have not heard that or seen that.
I mean, it might be the more um, modern cut of jacket.
I don't believe that.
No,
And we could fight about it though. Do you want to have a duel?
I don't. I don't. I
I
don't really
think
care.
dual vents are European. That's what I think. What's wrong?
Let's see. You might be right. This Brooks Brothers blazer is a single vent. The vintage Hugo Boss is unvented. The Theory is a single. What is this guy? This Xania is a dual, and this Ted Baker's a dual.
See, see, see. I think it's the Euro way. I think Europeans love a dual vent, which maybe makes it more valuable. I don't know. People love Europeans. I love one.
Hey.
Hey, Mama, what's wrong? Mama, what are you doing? Oh Lord,
What's
can
happening
you
now?
help?
Canada, yes. Sleeve buttons, four.
I'll be right
I didn't. What is happening? All right, here, let's. We'll add her back in here in a moment. What is even happening? What about proper menswear terminology. I guess we could do that. I had no idea that there's a German version of Queer Eye, and I'm sure Amy's going to be all about it. That's amazing. What am I even listing? Brooks Brothers. Okay. $60, but the one on the nice looking on the mannequin with the tie sold for over $100. So I'm going to shoot high. But please, by all means, send me offers. See, there you go, Lindsay. How do I? Oh, I got to do it from the screen. That's great. Did you just know that, or did you Google it? See, everybody's helping out. Everybody's helping out. This is great. Okay. What is this guy? Oh, we've had this guy forever. Oh, I can't believe I paid that much money for this jacket. Insane. This is when I was like super new, and Xenia was way more valuable than it is now. But it's still a nice jacket. So what is it? Xenia High Performance. Okay. Oh, she's back. All right, hold on. And you're back. Are you back? Hello.
Okay, I'm back.
Is everything okay?
It was hilarious.
What happened?
Oh, I'm just reading Lindsay. Yes, I was right. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So my mom was walking out of
New
here.
offer.
Like, I'll look at it in a second. My mom was walking out of here with like her arms full, like she was moving out. And I'm like, what are you doing? She was putting all this stuff on the front porch, and then she comes in with this huge pot of chili.
Pot of chili?
Yeah, my uncle's coming by to get chili right after we had just talked about Italians and food. I was like,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
it's
Of course.
pretty much on brand.
Totally
Making food for the whole neighborhood.
Of course. Of course. Oh man, that's funny.
Thank you for looking that up, Lindsay. I appreciate that. Oh god, that's so funny. Lost it. Okay. What am I looking at? This offer? Oh, I just relisted this. Sweet. Boom, sold. Yo, if I relist something and you come to buy it, I'm gonna sell it. Nice. There's some Talbots.
Oh yeah.
Some or another.
Here
What?
you go, babe. Check this out.
Oh, wait, I so
I
want to
told
watch
you.
this.
Oh man, I told you.
Do you have to get on BritBox or something? How do I get this?
No idea.
Yeah, we had BritBox for a while, and it was the best thing we ever had in our life. I love British TV, like more than I can even tell you. Oh, we'll have to watch it. I love Queer Eye too, and I love Germans. I love all of these things. Oh my god, I need tea. Hey, Mom. Mom. Can you give me a hot tea? Can I have a hot tea?
170.
Will you make me a hot tea? What? Would you please make me a hot tea? I'm all choked up. I know.
I don't think this is. I don't know how old this is. Made in Switzerland, though, so all right. With a flaw. No, no flaw. Why are you so nice? Let me see. What you got here? What'd
Okay,
you
so
sell
I
for
need somebody to
150?
tell me about Peaky Blinders because I cannot. I love these kind of shows normally, but I can't get past
Could
the
not
first
do
two
it.
episodes. Does it get
Could not.
better? I
Could not do it.
couldn't do it. Ladybug, I'm such a lazy lister. I'd like to focus on finding only things I can make $15 net profit from. I feel this.
No, it does not have that kind of a tag. Okay.
I think eventually, thank you. I think eventually we will get to that point, or just what? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, a little monk fruit would be good. Yeah, a little monk fruit.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh,
Oh my god, you guys.
here we go.
You're just
This
lucky I
one's
don't
close
live
enough.
here. If I lived here, we could never get any live listing done.
No.
No, people would be knocking on the door. Like, I'm telling you, look at my big fat Greek wedding and just replace it with Italian, and that is my family. It's amazing, because Dan doesn't come from a family like that. I think he's just always amazed. He's always like a cat watching a laser.
That's funny. It's kind of true, though.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Size.
monk fruit. Mung. Do I say that
Mung.
weird? Do I say these words weird?
All right, I got to continue my lessons. I've been.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna listen.
No, don't stop.
I'm a
Please.
student. No, I'm just like messing around with my family. I can't. Today's a wacky night.
That was great. So this is this used to be a much better resale value. This is Zegna. It's a really good Italian
Boo,
soup
nobody
brand.
can see that. You better make it bigger when you do that.
Oh, I
Nobody
got
can
it.
see
Oh,
that.
you're right. You're right. Producer in my ear. I got him in my ear. There it
Okay,
goes.
good. Hey Matt, I'm glad you're back.
So the resale value on this, like I said, is not as great as it used to be, but it's still decent if you can find it for like under $5, $6. Um, and the size on these, I mean, the tags are going to be slightly different, but they are going to be in Italian, of course. Is it going to focus? No. Sorry, I'm trying.
Yeah, no. We need to
All
get
right,
a
it's got the
DSLR in
Italian
it.
size, and it says Taglia, Taglia, and it's 52, so that's the Euro size. So subtract 10 to get the US size, so it's a 42. There you
Hey Danica. She's sorting a bins load. Thanks for being live. Yes. I love a bins load. Load of bins.
go. Load of bins, yes.
Oh, you can just leave the tea bag in.
That's a
You know
lot.
how I am.
Oh, it's decaf, so
Am I gonna see you?
it's decaf, so it takes a while to get
Yeah, just leave the tea bag in here. That's fine.
Just leave it in there. It's fine. It's fine.
Yo, Dan brews my tea for 10 hours. Minimum.
Quality. Quality live listing entertainment right here.
Making a tea.
I was like,
And
what is
it's
that
decaf.
noise? Oh, that's the monk fruit packet.
The monk fruit.
All right. What is this thing? It's a blue with a micro check. It's not plaid. It's, I want to call it micro check.
Fun fact about Dan, he was actually born in Venezuela,
I know,
but then
right?
quickly moved back to Germany. His parents are German. And he was hit by a car when he was a kid in Germany. Isn't that interesting? And they had to fly him in a helicopter.
There's a hospital, yeah.
And then his dad in Germany took me to where he was hit by the car. He wanted me to see it. I was like, top notch. This is good. This is good.
Yeah, it's great.
This is so good. And he like reenacted it. He was like, he was running. I tried to get Dan to reenact it, but he wouldn't.
I wouldn't do it. No.
There's a French part of Germany and an Italian part of Germany, and I have family members from both. Isn't that weird?
Yep. Okay.
Oh, that's great, Chrissy. I love selling Bionic. It's one of our favorite brands to pick up.
All right. So grab my title.
Oh yeah, if you haven't been to Europe yet, you gotta go. You just gotta go.
Yeah. Highly recommend. 5 stars.
And if you're looking to dabble in Europe and not pay a lot of money, but like get the full European experience, Dan and I have newly recommended Budapest as the place to start because everyone
so
speaks
good.
English. It's very European in nature. Everyone's very nice and it's cheap. Like you can stay there for a week for like, I don't know, it's very cheap.
Yeah.
Cheaper
It
than
was
like going to Paris or London. I mean, I love all of these
super,
places.
super cool.
And it's not that bad of a flight from the US to Budapest. You would think it was way farther than it is. Highly recommend. And it's like a really young vibe in Budapest right now. Because I think they like, I'm not going to say what I think they did because I'm going to sound stupid on YouTube, but there was some kind of shift in their social structure. It's definitely a vibe. I would go back there just on vacation. 10 out of 10 would go
Absolutely.
back.
Absolutely. 100%.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun to do the walking trails in England. I've done a lot of them, but not that physical we know. So I bet you do
My
a lot more.
my dad's done a lot of the walking trails in like northern Spain and stuff. That's his thing.
Portugal. Bruh.
What?
Portugal. He did the walk in Portugal, which is like really impressive. You get your
Yeah,
countries
but
right.
yeah. Well, I think he's done in Spain as well. Northern
Right,
Spain.
but the one in Portugal is called like the walk. It's like the big one. And he's done.
I think it's Spain.
Nah.
The Camino del Santiago or whatever.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
There's like this big walk in Portugal that he and Miguel did. I mean Manuel.
Yeah.
He does a lot of walking. All right, what are you listing now?
This is a Ted Baker. And it's great. It's like a window pane plaid, and it's a summer jacket because it's only partially lined. So it's like super thin. You can see through the back of it. Here, let me go full screen.
We love selling Ted Baker.
So the lining only goes, where's my, like halfway down.
Very nice.
Yep.
Did you pull these?
I did. They were all in the other death file closet.
It's good because like before I left, I said I hope you could get through those. So totally agree. Get it, Chrissy? She's like, why doesn't Ted Baker have a higher resale value?
I know,
I agree
right?
with you. However, this work could do okay.
Yeah. See. Especially
I
this
can't see the prices.
model.
The sport coats do great. The women's wear is
these are brand
very
new.
hard sell.
This is the exact one that I have right here. So I'm going to
Oh,
copy this one, and
perfect.
it's sold for $69.95. This is
I still
apparently a
think that's great.
$698 jacket. Sweet.
Hopefully they have a lot of information about it. So I would agree with you that most Ted Baker like pants and basics and women's wear does not resell well. I still love it, but and it always ends up at Nordstrom Rack. I think that's probably the demise that Nordstrom Rack started getting it. But the sport coats still do well, especially if they have the purple lining. I don't know why that matters, but the purple lining's really good.
Okay, so this is going to be 4,400. And this is the endurance line, which is not as high quality as their top line stuff, but it's still does pretty good.
Here you go. I can't see anything. Oh my god, I'm getting text from outside. Can't see because
How's your tea?
tea's great.
Awesome.
Pete's texting me from outside, getting the chili.
Okay. Theme London. Okay. Yes. Sure. Why not? Where was this thing made? Canada. It's got a matching lapel pin. How awesome is that? Come on.
One moment. Peter needs a stick of butter. Yeah.
Stick of what? Huh?
Sorry.
What is happening?
One of my family members is outside asking for a stick of butter.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
$70. Yeah, why not, right? Is that 79? 69. Okay. But we're going to put a 15% off sale, so 79 it is. Yeah, for sure. The different tiers definitely make a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, most designers are like that. They've got different, tiers of stuff. So, all right, that's my 5 drafts. I'm gonna start taking pictures. Oh, what's
Okay,
happening?
so how many did you do?
I did 5 drafts.
I'm not mad about it.
It's not bad. So, it's all the pictures and the measuring that takes time. Oh God, I'm stuck. Go. All right, you keep that chat going. I definitely can't see that.
Yeah, I will. No one's really talking right now. If anybody's wondering why my family members are coming to the door, we have a quarantine situation happening right now because my grandma's 92. So there's people that haven't quarantined and they can't come.
Can't come into house. Get away.
You're not allowed. So
Get
we
away.
have to drop butter on the porch. That's what happens when you live in DC. Everybody lives around you and they just come
This is
get
the
butter.
designated butter drop spot.
No, seriously, the text was, "Hey girl, you up?" I said yes. Can you leave us? Do you have a stick of butter to spare? CVS was out.
Oh man.
Hey, Kristen, how are you? Are you making fun of my lighting? Are you making fun? I just have a desk lamp shot at my face.
It's amazing.
It's very DIY, and my family members are gonna just laugh at me because they can see me from the front window. I don't care.
Don't care.
Maybe this is what I need at home. Maybe I just need like light in my face.
Yeah, right.
Our overhead lighting is just like
It's brutal.
bonkers.
Yeah.
Bonkers.
Come on, where is this
What's everybody listing tonight?
other side of this barn? Where'd it go?
It's probably inside.
Oh, no, I got it. I
Okay.
found it. Okay.
You're so cute. Frenzies in the chat. I have been relisting every day since I haven't been home. I think I did 30 again today. No, I did 38 yesterday, and I think I did 30 today.
I mean, I think it's helping.
I think we're selling stuff that I'm relisting.
We are definitely selling stuff, that's for sure.
So I would try it if you guys are having like an issue or slow sales. Try the relisting things that are about to relist themselves on eBay. I've been doing it on Ventu.
It's a good strategy. Seems
Oh, good. Lindsay's listing linen tops and purses. Both of those are selling for us, so top notch. I've also been sending out offers like every 3 hours. So maybe that's helping too. I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers to know what's selling. I'm just like checking in and out with eBay, you know, so I'm not on top of it like Dan probably is. Aw, you're so sweet. Kristen's not listing, she's driving. Well, that's good. Don't list and drive.
Don't do it.
It's bad form.
I mean, I know times are tough and we're all pressed for time.
Oh, they're traveling. Nice. Fun times. Matt's doing video games and controllers.
All right.
I hope they sell fast for you because that kind of stuff, when we get it, we don't get it very often, but it flips pretty fast. Depending on what it is, obviously. I relisted 2 video games today. I had no idea what I was doing. Celeste is listing clothes and researching a Halloween Build-A-Bear. Some of those Build-A-Bears can be good. I'm on the team don't buy Build-A-Bears, but I have been proven wrong quite a few times.
Yeah, there's a couple of rare and desirable ones out there.
Yeah, there's some bolos out there, so maybe look those up. Maybe a Halloween bear is bolo. I don't know. But there were some YouTubers a while back that were going on being like, we pick up all Build-A-Bears. And I was like, oh my god, that's like the worst advice ever. So I had to be vocal about it and be like, y'all, you gotta look up everything. We don't blanket buy anything. Well, that's not true. At this moment, we blanket buy like 5 different things, but it would change. It will change. Like the Peter Millar Summer Comforts that we blanket buy without comping, it would change. They'll start selling. Something else will become trendy, right? Like we don't even blanket buy Patagonia because a lot of it's just not worth anything.
And it's marked up now too.
Hey, Randy. In and out getting my kids to bed. Aww. I'm glad you had some sales today, Christina. It's picking up. It's good. Oh, he lights up. That might be good. He lights up and he looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
Could be good.
Just saying, you might want to put that one of the 311 groups for their kids.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. to jump into the room and start off with a question, but I haven't. No. Go ahead. Dan's just he batch listed today, so he just did
I'm
his
just up
drafts at the beginning.
pictures and stuff now and taking measurements.
We're gonna see how this works out for him, and hopefully he doesn't mess anything up.
Right? This is a sweet jacket.
Is it your size, or are you thinking about keeping it?
No, it's not my size.
Okay. Exactly right, Matt. But I still look those up too. He says the only Build-A-Bears he grabs are the ones that are branded characters like Pokemon or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for instance. Totally agree, but I still would look those up because a lot of them
I
are
do too.
saturated as well.
Yeah, like I remember looking up the Ninja Turtle Build-A-Bears, and they were not worth much. If I remember.
I'm sure there are certain versions or like anniversary, like everything, special editions. But there were some YouTubers out there being like, y'all pick all the Build-A-Bears up. I was like, I had to do a video right away. I was like, guys, no. As someone who looks up, like 90% of the plush we look up is complete crap. Like, do not heed that advice.
Do not. Yeah, exactly. That's not Snowflake.
I know. Okay, Randy, where's your question? Let's see here. The other day, you had said, oh no, what did I say? You had said that when someone wants to return something for like the wrong size, you decline it. No, I don't think we said this.
Doesn't sound like something we would say.
I had a return today and eBay auto-approved it. They just don't like that it was their excuse. Okay, wait, hold on. If we're the only YouTubers you listen to, then we said something that was confusing. But if you listen to another YouTuber, it may have been them. We always accept returns for any reason. We don't pay for the return. So for example, if somebody buys something and we have measurements in the listing and they say it didn't fit, we don't pay for that return. However, what you're saying is true. eBay does sometimes auto-approve the returns, and then we do have to pay. But what we pay is $3.23. It's like not a big deal, and we don't lose sleep over it because the eBay return rate, no matter kind of like if it's closed, is $3. So like it's not even that big of a deal. Like just like we could call eBay up and be like, we didn't approve this. It happens to us maybe 1 out of every 10 returns where we're paying for return for fit, and that's not in our policy. But it's $3. We've realized when we've actually dug into the numbers that they're not paying full price postage to return it. So if we send it to them for $8, we're only paying $3 to get it back, and we just like don't even lose sleep over that. Hopefully that makes sense. Did I explain that correct, Dan?
Yes, you did. Yeah, because everything that gets returned, eBay has like a mass return shipping deal worked out with the Postal Service.
Hey Tracy, how are you doing?
That's why people are able to ship stuff that weighs over a pound as a return through first class.
Right.
First time we got something that was like a heavy pair of jeans back first class, we were like, hey, wait a minute, how does this even?
Yeah. Hold on, let's see here. May have been someone else's. I'm sorry. No, it's totally fine. I just wanted to make sure we didn't say anything incorrectly or unclear. I just don't like eBay auto-approving return for someone just like not liking it. It was a $199 sale. Oh, I hate that.
Ouch.
Anyway, it's part of business. I just heard it wrong, or it's not. Okay. So here's the thing. Returns are the cost of doing business. Like right now in our store, we have 6 paid and 5 returns. Yesterday we had 8 paid and 7 returns. Like returns are just... And what I find happens with returns, like we have the same dress coming back for the second time, and sometimes we have the same things coming back 3 times. So here's my advice. Something about it is not right. So whether the size is wrong, like it runs small or it runs big, look at the feedback that your customers are giving you and then put that in the listing. Then the next time someone buys it, you go there and you're like, you send them a message. You're like, just so you know, this dress runs really small. Like, so you're armed with the information. That's helped us a lot because then we don't keep getting the same dress back. And I'm just using an example.
Right.
But normally there's something off with the sizing. It's normally not the person's fault. Sometimes they can't read measurements, or sometimes it's like the COVID 20 or whatever. I don't know. But most of the time the sizing is off because we get multiple returns on the same item. So that's got to tell you it's something with the item. And after the third time, we just donate the item back. We had a pair of level 99 jeans that we sold 3 times. And they were like, okay, these are going back to Goodwill. Like, we're not going to keep this rigmarole going. You know, my return is part of the business, but to return it just because you don't like it, my goodness. Oh, it's going to happen.
Yep. It's definitely going to happen.
Dan just took my returns for my latest job, my costume job. How many packages was it? Like 22 or something?
It was ridiculous. Yeah.
I returned like $1,000 worth of items just because I didn't like it. And like all these Amazon sellers probably hate me.
It's disappointing.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, right?
Right, totally. This saying one has a small flaw in the front that I didn't catch.
Are you just going to note it and sell it? Because you should. Is it
Should, right?
wearable?
Yeah, it's on the lapel. Well, no, it's got a couple of little holes in it. No, it's no good. I just
use
didn't notice
auto
it.
approve also. That's why I do buyer paid returns. It doesn't cost me a penny generally. So Tommy,
Right.
I think what we were talking about is like we have the same policy. We do buyer pays returns, but sometimes eBay auto returns it. And rather than like contacting eBay and like going through this whole thing, we're just like, we'll pay the $3 because time is money and it costs us $3 to call eBay in time. So I don't know why sometimes it approves it and we have to pay for it. I understand if it's an in ad, which I freaking hate when people do it's not as described when it's a size issue. I freaking hate it.
Yeah.
Or they'll say the color wasn't the same. They'll do all these kind of shisty things to get out of paying shipping. And I get pissed about it. And then I'm like, wait, it's just $3. Like, put it out of your mind.
I did check though. So when I was processing the returns today, we didn't get charged return shipping on any of those, and a
That's
couple
great.
of those definitely were claimed as didn't match. I don't know if it was technically an in-ad, but it doesn't match description or something, or photos, I think it said.
I have no rhyme or
Color
reason
was
to it.
dark.
I just know that our policy is we do not pay for return shipping unless it's our fault, obviously. And then sometimes eBay pushes it through. Sometimes we don't know when. I mean, we have auto approve on everything. So, but sometimes they charge us. And then when it is our fault, we reach out to the buyer and we send them a label. Like, fine, totally our bad. Like, whoops, and that happens. You know, if it had a huge flaw in it that we didn't know about, and most of the time, to be honest, unless it's like over, I don't know, $50, we just say keep it and we refund them because it's not worth it to us to get a flawed item back. Is it the best way to do business? I don't know. This lady was like, the crotch in this bathing suit is stained. I knew damn well the crotch in the bathing suit was not stained. But did I want her to send me her crotchy stained bathing suit back? No. No, I did not want that in my house.
Not.
So I was like, here's your $14 refund. Bye.
You just go ahead and keep that.
I would never sell a bathing suit with crotch stains ever in my life. I would never even touch a bathing suit with crotch stains. Can you imagine? Anyway, returns are their whole to beast. But once we stop worrying about them, it's been a lot better. I don't care. I don't buy level 90Gs. They fit weird. See? Maybe you bought ours and we returned them. Level 99, I don't know what's going on with their jeans. I also have an auto refund. Any item under $10, I don't want them back in my store again. They were bad buys. Exactly right, Tommy. That's what I was just saying. I didn't see your comment. We're like, no. There's so much automation on eBay that you don't even have to look at this stuff. It's for our mental health. It's so much better if you don't have to look. Is it terrible? When it's like negligible, when you're actually selling like, you know, a $300 suit here and there every day, a $3 return isn't gonna. That's where I want my business to be, where I don't have to worry about even 5 $3 returns. Like, oh, $15, what? I know that it all adds up. Somebody can come on here and tell me, Amy, it all adds up. But so does my time,
That is
right?
a valid point. Yep.
I have to say this person is paying shipping for returning. The profit on this item was about 120, so I will get all my money back and then some. I just thought I heard something I didn't hear. Oh no, you're fine, Randy. I'm just on a different tangent. I'm not on you. I'm on a tangent right now. Dan's not. Dan's just listed over here, so I'm just
I'm just
chatting.
taking pictures. I'm
I'm
off in
chatting.
Monaco.
I had 2 pairs of shoes this week. They put in doesn't work or defective. Then in the
Yeah.
description, one put didn't like the color, and the other one put fitment. Oh, that sounds great. That was a top-notch response. They get reported, and I get item back for abuse. Oh, good. For abuse. We've had some abusive people. That damn duck. We're gonna see what happens.
Oh man. Come on, Bob. Don't let me down.
You get 1,000 returns a month, and you're probably selling about 15,000 items a month. That's what I'm saying. I feel bad. I abused the Amazon return policy twice in a row on 2 shows.
You know what though?
There was no other way to do it. I feel bad. But their returns, excuse me 1 second. They used to have this thing where you could put them all into a box, one box. It was great. And now you have to put them all in separate bags with separate labels. It's bonkers.
Yeah, it was really not. The lady at the UPS store was, oh, she was hating on me. But you know what? She's kind of got a bad attitude anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about her.
Don't go to her
Like,
anymore.
I didn't have a choice. She was the only one there today.
Oh, jeez.
I know. But like, seriously, like one day last week, it was like last week, I had 2 big UPS boxes. And I'm like, got one stacked on top of the other, and I'm obviously struggling. And she had just put boxes outside the little back door area, and
I know what you're about to say.
oh yeah, and so I come, boom, and she's just like standing there looking at me, like expecting. I guess she was like waiting for me to get the door for her. I don't know what happened, but I was like, "Do you mind?" I had to ask her. I was like, "Can you help me out with the door?" Like, come on.
I can't. When people don't hold the door, there's special. I know I'm from the South, so it's like bred into us. But if you don't hold the door, you're a special you're a special place in hell. If you don't hold the door, if you don't clear your table at a fast food restaurant, and if you don't put your cart back, I swear to God,
The cart back, yep.
I get so heated when people leave their cart in the middle of the parking lot. I can't. Anyway, let me get on these comments. Headspace is even more valuable than time. Totally agree. 2 thumbs up. Bob is going to surprise you with positive feedback. Oh, Bob. I hope you're right.
He's my new best friend, apparently.
Have you written back to Bob? Have you told him that it shipped? You should keep in touch with Bob.
I did. I told him that it shipped, and I told him that I hope it brings him joy.
Okay, good. Yes, you can report for abuse of the return system, like circumventing the fees. eBay does actually mark their accounts. Okay, I'm going to start doing that because it happens to us all the time. My main business is all digital, so I've never had to deal with returns, just refunds. It's a kind of different beast for sure. Kind of takes the wind. Oh, it does kind of take the wind out of your sails. I mean, when you start to get over 10, though, it's fine. It doesn't stay as bad. I'm just like, the returns for us come in waves. Like,
Yeah, they really do. It's weird.
That's the 3 rules growing up in the South. See, you know, Randy. He knows. Always hold the door, always say thank you, and always clean up your table. 100%. In Texas, people didn't get these rules. I know it's the South, but it's not like the South. When I moved to Texas, I couldn't. Those 3 rules are not practiced where I live. I'm not going to say anywhere in Texas because I don't know that. But carts are everywhere. Carts are everywhere. And in the South, somebody's mama would have made somebody get out the cart and go put all the carts away. If there were carts in the bay.
Right. You are right.
It's not just your cart. You got to put all the carts away that are stragglers. Somebody's mom. There's no moms in Texas making their kids do this, and
Yep.
it's a problem.
Yep. Like, oh, well, you done messed up now. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
And then when
everybody
I saw fast food tables with like stuff on it, and Dan was like, "Yeah, it's fine. The workers will get it." I'm like,
Oh.
"What?" Remember when I first moved there? I was like, "Shocking." And then the holding the door, that might be a generational thing. People just don't do it anymore. It's so rude. Oh, and they don't even say thank you? See, no. If somebody holds the door for you, especially if it's like an extra long time, where you have to do a little jog, you gotta say thank you. You guys know a little jog. The not
Everybody
quite run.
knows. Everybody knows it.
It's part of the human experience.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, Tracy, I think they come in 7s for us. She said returns come in 3s for me. I'm like, yeah, I wish they only came in 3s. It's all clothes for the most part. It's all clothes, which is, to me, I find fine, because clothes get returned all the time. If it was stuff and we were like making mistakes, if you're returning it for fit, I'm like, I get it. Try to move on. But when we first started reselling, we got a lot of returns for things we missed, like not good things, like broken chips on pottery and like mail that arrived crushed. And I'm better about that now. Texas is not really South, it's just South, Midwest, laugh out loud different. Exactly. Moms are failing us. Come on, moms. Oh no, Randy's expecting 2 more returns before the weekend. Don't put that out there. Mexico North. Stop it. Tommy's calling Texas Mexico North.
I love it.
Exactly right. Wait, what did Matt ask about watching? Hold on, I missed it. I gotta scroll. Mama gotta scroll.
Scrollies, kind of scrolls.
Cart narcs. I don't know what this means. What's a cart narc? I mean, I kind of know what it means, but no, I've never watched it. I'll have to look into it. Is it worth it? Are you all trolling me right now? You could be trolling me now. I'd have no idea.
Are you gonna troll? What's up?
But like, how can they come in batches? Like, what makes a return come in a batch? I can't figure out the logistics behind it, because you can't make people return stuff. Is it just like a phenomenon? Found it about 2 years ago. Totally binge watch it for a few weeks. I still catch a video every now. Cart nerves? Are they resellers? Okay, Carrie's saying it's hilarious. I trust Carrie. I trust Carrie not to be a troll. These other people on here, Matt.
Right, suspect.
Just kidding. I feel like Matt would troll me though and have me watching some weird crap. It's a guy who yells at people for not returning their cards still. He has a whole YouTube channel about it. Oh my god, I want to be an honorary guest on his YouTube channel. I've never seen this. He's funny for a while. He runs around parking lots shaming people for not putting their cards back. Wait, this is me. I think I might be the cart narc, and you guys don't know it.
That's great.
He explains to them why they need to return their cards. Oh, he's all logical about it. I love it. Mercury in retrograde. Mercury's in Gatorade. Returns. I love it. You will binge it, believe me. All different states. I bet Texas is the worst. He slaps magnets on their car if they don't do it. How have I never heard of this?
That sounds amazing, though.
People get upset at him. They're probably just guilty. It's their guilty conscience. They get ruffled. I've never heard that, Carrie. They get really ruffled. That's cute. Gets old after a while for me, but it's funny at the beginning. Is it kind of like those videos that were popular for a while where people would go around Target and then put something on people's heads, on strangers' heads? Do you remember those videos? Like a bucket or something? They would put it on a stranger's head and then act like they were shopping. I watched like 10 of those and then I was over it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun for a minute. Oh my god. Y'all have been sleeping on an airbed every night. I don't know what's wrong with
Oh,
this.
the airbed, that's terrible.
A twin size airbed. I am too old.
Sorry.
It's okay. They say they have cancer. Jesus. I can't put back my cat. Like, if you don't want to put back your cart, you should just get Instacart to your house. There's no cart involved. Like, if you really were that sick and you couldn't put back your cart, wouldn't you have your groceries delivered in some fashion? Just saying.
Just saying.
I mean, I think Aldi's has it right. I know this is not the appropriate time to have this conversation, but the thing where you put the quarter in,
Yeah.
genius.
Genius.
It's German.
Right?
Of course it's genius. Why doesn't everybody just have the quarter cards? And everybody in the world would just like learn to carry a quarter. Like everybody in Germany carries a quarter. Everyone.
It's true.
It's just like a thing, a social norm, and you just develop it, and then everyone would put their cards back. And then people wouldn't have to do it from the store. Although that card thing at Target is pretty cool. The little like driver thing, driverless card management system.
Oh, the thing where that helps you rein in the carts.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Oh man. The Hugo Boss was a no-go too. Sucks.
What? Okay, so let's stop real quick. So this is why we don't do what you just tried to do. Can you talk to the people about this? This is a really important lesson. This is why we don't batch list.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I just noticed there was issues with that Hugo Boss jacket. Yeah, I
And
didn't
the one
notice
before it.
Yeah, I didn't notice it until I got them under the light and up on the mannequin. In both cases, there's multiple spots where there's like holes in the top layer, but whatever's underneath is also it's the same color, so you don't see it, until the light hits it just right. So, yeah, that's annoying.
In order to fix this, and this happens a lot with menswear, it doesn't get us down because we do try to check for it in the store, and like Dan's saying, very rarely is the hole lined with the same color as the hole. But it does happen, and it's happened twice in a row tonight. So I would imagine, are these the same size suit or the same person, maybe?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They could have been stored in like a mothball, or a moth-infested like situation.
Let me see. No, they're different sizes.
Okay. But we always recommend, checking the listing to make sure it's worth listing first. But then we also recommend taking photos and making sure there's no flaws. And so listing concurrently for us is like the best way to do that, because I'm starting the listing and Dan can find the flaw by the time I've even like finished the title. And they were like, nope, moving on. But if you're working alone, all of a sudden you hit these walls where you're like, okay, what do I do first? I should make sure that these listings are right, and then I'll take all the photos and I'll drop them into the listings. That seems like a good workflow
Yeah, until
until it's not a
until
good workflow.
what happens to me just happens. But you know what? It's at least now I know.
It's No Stress Wednesday.
It's No Stress Wednesday. It's a holiday.
Oh my god. All the stoners unite across the internet. Stoners check in.
Check in. Huh? What? Where?
Dan's trying to check in. He's already here.
I'm already here, man. I can't check in any further.
Nugs. No, I've not watched Nugs, but I'll have to check it out. Hey Melissa, how are you? 20 minutes, you got this. I've already had 3 glasses of wine. I really started at 5 o'clock, y'all.
Oh, good for
And then when my
you.
grandma started laughing, you missed it. I think Tracy, you joined late, but I was really late tonight because my grandma had a giggle fest.
Is it the
And then
garage
I
wine?
started laughing, and so I couldn't have any more garage wine. I almost peed my pants. We had a giggle fest for an hour. It's like I gotta cut myself off. No more. I just had hot tea. So Randy says, I take pictures first because I always find stuff in the photos that I did not see,
Yep.
or when it's under the lights, then I do my listings for the photos. So I think Dan could try that. It is very difficult for us to work that way. I don't know
Yeah.
what.
If I'm doing it by myself, I should be able to theoretically.
Danica's checking in. I'm going to tell you all the people that are checking in. I'll
in.
repeat it. I said stoners check in. It's 420. Check in. Make sure. Dan needs to know who you are. If you don't know about Dan and I, we're separate ends of the spectrum. Dan would celebrate 420, and I just celebrate every day at 5 o'clock. So that's how we do. That's how we do.
That's how it does it.
Okay. See, Tommy, you probably have an attention span. See, I don't know how Dan would do this. He said he batches all the time and just takes pictures of anything that needs noted in the listings. Would you be able to do that, Dan?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think I've tried doing that before. But I would be looking at the picture going like, what is that? What is he?
And then you have to get it out again and be like,
Yeah,
what was
why
wrong?
did
And
I
then
even
you wouldn't.
take a picture of that? What
But then
is
you
that?
wouldn't find it because you wouldn't be under the right lights. You'd be like, there's nothing here. This is fine. What was I thinking? This is the whole rigmarole we go through listing.
So true.
You're freaking out, man. I love
Oh
it.
my god.
It's always 420 somewhere or 5 o'clock. Either way, exactly right. Whatever floats your boat. I batch the same, and I don't think Tommy has an attention span. Haha. I don't know. Dan gets on autopilot and he's dropping in pictures. He is not looking at those pictures, not even one little bit.
True.
He is dragging and dropping. And my list, I can see it right now. So how do you remember you're doing shoes though. Maybe it's more obvious. No, Dan's great. He's not a problem. He just, I would say one of his weaknesses, he doesn't have many, but one of them is attention to detail. And so I think we balance each other there. My OCD balances his total lackadaisical nature.
That's true.
He has the antithesis of OCD. Whatever the opposite is, he is. He don't give a F. DGAF. Yeah. And so I think in a lot of the ways that helps him as a reseller because I care a lot. Like somebody said, it takes the wind out of their sails. There's some things that happen in reselling that just freaking destroy me. He's like, whatever, don't matter. Like these 2 sport coats, if I had he probably spent $6 total. I would be so upset that I bought 2 sport coats that were flawed in a row and I tried to listen and wasted all this time. Dan's like,
moving on.
he really is. I'd be like, I need to be better. I would say stuff like that out loud. I'd be like, oh my god, I suck so bad. Dan's just like, yeah, holes.
Whatever.
I love it.
What is that color?
No, I did that, Tracy. Okay, here's what I did. She said, put a bright piece of tape where you find the flaw in the photo to remind you. So I did that, and then I'm so stupid. I put a bright piece of tape, like painter's tape, on, and then I went and washed all the freaking clothes and just put them all in because the tape was a stain, and I washed the freaking tape, and it got all over everything. So I don't do tape anymore because I can't be trusted. I seriously washed all the painter's tape because I forgot I did it. Reselling is hard.
Nobody said it was easy.
No, people say it's easy all the time. Watch YouTube. They say it's easy all the time. I used to only do clothes for 2 years, and I would still be if I didn't luck into a shoe connection. Never trust fluorescent lighting is what I learned. There's something about thrift store lighting. It is crazy. And then you come home and it's totally different. What? We check our stuff very carefully.
Try to.
I know. This is the fluorescent lighting. It's like a warp zone when you go in there. I take photos in batches, then just list them one by one, starting at the first thing I photographed in that batch. But do you touch the items? This is where the problem for us comes in. We'll figure this out. We're going to figure out this batching system because we've got to increase our productivity.
Yeah, for sure.
Martina and I clash as I want to know everything about an item, and she's like, you don't need that info, just list it. Oh, that's a good influence. So I'm really better by myself. Shh, don't tell her. No, that seems like a good influence. Just list it.
Just go.
Oh, we've got Bong Talk in the chat. Let's see. I don't have my glasses. I'm trying to... I batch my bong loads to save time. Does that mean you have a bigger bong? I'm pretty here for this.
You have multiple bowls.
Thank you for translating. Okay, apparently multiple people in the chat batch their bongs. Who knew?
Who knew? All right, I'm gonna photo room this stuff. This is disappointing. I had to trash 2 of those listings. Man.
Seems so vintage said, I just mark up my photos right when I take a picture of the flaw. That doesn't take you a long time. Like you go to markup and then you like circle it or something? That's interesting. I feel like that would take me so long. But I'm really clunky with a phone. Maybe Dan would be better at that kind of a thing. Has anyone on here started using Flip to cross list? If so, I don't trust it. I don't trust Flip. I don't trust free services. That's just me. We also think we check better than we do. I think we are always in a rush. I'm sure at the bins you are even more in a rush. We don't check anything at the bins. We don't even comp anything. But we've never left the bins with more than $20 worth of stuff. So I'm worth, for me, the $20 risk is fine. But at the thrift, we normally try, and I agree with you. We think we check better than we do, and we don't. I think we get excited too. We're like, yes, we're finding stuff. This is going to be a good trip, and I need to get more and more and more.
Yep, that happens for sure.
We did make the goal last night, Melissa. We had 2 viewers buy some things, which was very sweet. But I think even after that, we made the goal. So that was amazing. And we're still holding on to it today. We're still over 30,000 today, which is great. Means we've been selling enough to keep up. And so now that's even better because now I'm like, we can't drop below 30.
Right?
If we drop below 30, things are going dire, right? It's really good to have milestones like that. I love that eBay does that. Oh my God, Skillet. Tracy's talking about Skillet. Skillet bashes bongs.
Go Skillet.
Gosh. No, I photograph, put away in inventory, then list. I don't have the item in front of me when listing it. Bless. I don't know how you do that. Oh, it's very quick for you to mark it up. Okay, I need to like work on that because For me, I can't even figure out where markup is. I'm just like, ugh, every time I try to mark up a photo. Cool. I will try it though. Thank you. I think Flip is fine for Poshmark sharing. Cool. Good to know. Flip isn't free. Okay, well then fine. It's a tool they give you for free because you're supposed to be sourcing inventory off of it, and they get a cut. I see. I thought this was the other one. There's one of them that's free now. There's a cross listing. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But we watch all these so we listen to these podcasts about what would you say, Dan? What's it about? Like hackers and stuff, like getting people's data. And so
Yeah.
whenever there's a free app that you're doing a service that you should be paying for, they're getting money somehow. They're selling your data out. Like, I'm not a crazy privacy freak or anything like that, but it's very interesting when you start listening to these crazy podcasts and watching these documentaries about what actually happens to that data.
Yeah.
And who they're selling it to and what you're involuntarily participating in for your free service. I'm like, okay, yeah, no. So I get very skeptical about free things that should be paid for. For example, there's List Perfectly and Vendoo, and it's always been a paid for platform. And then, well, at the beginning it wasn't for trial. I know that about Vendoo. But it's a paid for service. And then all of a sudden these new services come by and they're like, it's free. Red flag, red flag, red flag.
Right.
I have not looked into Flip, to be fair, so don't listen to what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm at the bins. I have a more than full cart. End up leaving with 10 things after research. So you do research at the bins. I don't think we don't even get cart at the bins. Half of our thing at the bins is we just want to leave because our arms hurt.
Lugging those IKEA bags around, it really limits. It really makes us be selective.
They say that they will never charge, but we'll see. Yeah, but you're getting charged in some other way. I don't want to get into the conspiracies about it, but they make a lot of sense. Not you getting charged money in some other way. There's a John Oliver episode that just came out about data breaches and what's happening to your data.
Data brokers.
Data brokers, that's what I was trying to say. I think it's a really good summation, a very quick summation of how that all goes down. So watch it. It was I don't know, a couple weeks ago. It was recent, one of his most recent episodes. It was about data brokers, and I think it's called that in the title if you're interested at all in what I'm talking about. Nothing's actually free. Get what you pay for.
True.
I've heard they are selling our info on Posh. I have heard that too.
Would not surprise me.
And there's totally different types of info that you can sell and all of that, and there's different amounts of money that you can make doing this, but you gotta read the term service. And with Seller, you get the free tools. See, that makes hey Sal, that makes sense, because if you're giving the money through some other form, that makes sense to me. But if somebody's just like, here's a free service that everyone else charges for, how are they paying their employees? How are they, etc., etc. I don't know, Tommy. I don't know. I kind of care.
I'm uploading pictures into my 3 drafts.
Okay. Yeah, this is a new thing for me, learning about this. I'm literally within 3 months of my life learning about data brokers and stuff. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I'm sure I've done really bad things for my own personal security. But more so, it's about what my data brokers are supporting, things that I morally don't support, where that money that they're getting paid for is going to. And that's the kind of stuff that I cannot. It would keep me up at night, where my money's going. Dan knows I get very, very feisty about it.
Yeah, feisty.
And so if my data is being sold to someone to use to buy a Russian oligarch's yacht, for example, I can't. I'm out. Like, I don't have any control over that. What I'm. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say? And nobody knows where your stuff's going. And then when you find out where your data brokers have sold to another data broker who sold to another data broker, and they're tied to a horrible thing, it's like, well, shit.
Okay.
That's true too. They could be trying to. Make something free, collect 50 million people, and sell it for 1 billion. That's what people do, right? That's what Randy's saying. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Tommy about to sell everything. He would sell anything for profit. I don't think North Korea's buying your data. But you'd sell it, wouldn't you? Have you been watching too many Edward Snowden videos? I've never watched an Edward Snowden video. But I can see that being something interesting. I'm not a conspiracy theory person. I just am such a moral. Is anybody else in here a Taurus and an INFJ? Because can you level with me on the moral ground? I have this moral compass that is like so heavy. I'm only 100 pounds, but like my moral compass is like 90 of those pounds. And if something doesn't meet my moral compass, I would like go on a hunger strike or something absurd because I'm like so driven by it. I don't know. It's weird. The government listens to everything you do. That's probably true too. Hey, they're watching a reseller.
I got a targeted ad on Facebook that some law firm is trying to sue Sonos for listening in to conversations.
Do we get any money from it? Let's get to the point.
It's like a maximum of 10 grand, but everybody in the
Boom.
comments was like, "This is a scam," blah blah blah.
It probably is.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok either, Randy.
Okay.
How does Facebook and Instagram have ads every day of things we discuss in private? If not a chance. They randomly know. Stop it. I'm not going to say that out loud, Tommy. I'm not saying that out loud. Melissa's an Aries who started off as an INFJ that fluctuates sometimes. So I'm going to assume, Melissa, that you have this 90% moral compass that I'm talking about. It's like heavy. I'm not going to get into my issues and what I believe in because this isn't the time or the place. But there are some places that or people that I just will not support on any way, or like establishments. Once I hear one thing that's like not within my moral code, I'm like, it's called the INFJ door slam. I'm real good at it.
Real good at it. That's funny. Yeah, May 1st. It's coming up.
Yep. May 1st. I don't know. There's this like jam band playing near us that weekend that I want to go see. I don't know what I'm going to do for my birthday. Yeah, let's go to the bins. But then it'll probably be a fight there, or I'll get trampled to death on my birthday. It'll be a time.
It'll be so
My
much
birthday's
fun.
on a Sunday. I think it's on a Sunday this year, May 1st. What? I have not heard that song, but I think I would get down with that song. Danica? Yeah, okay. I'm seeing issues with lots of things in life. Sadly, we can never change things when we are in the ground or no one will remember. Yep. That's exactly right. Sometimes, but not as heavy as like what you're sounding like. I don't know, it just weighs on me. It really weighs on me. Like
All
where
right,
my
ended.
money goes. It's weird. I have issues with that. Especially living in Texas. Oh, is she born on May 1st?
That's what it sounds like. That's awesome. Same
Is it
D's.
actually her birthday? Because it's like the best birthday.
Is that just a party? Yeah, I don't know.
INFJ is a Myers-Briggs personality type. And it's like kind of like Enneagram if you've ever done that. But for me, the Myers-Briggs has been the most accurate. Well, I'm a pretty strong 4 as well. I have a very strong personality, if you haven't figured that out. A very strong personality type. And if you want to know who I am as a person and like know me, you just read INFJ and Enneagram 4. I'm never on the cusp. It's never like, you might be a little bit of this, you know, like Dan's like a couple of them.
Yeah.
No. If you want to know about Dan, though, read Enneagram 2. He's a 2, and it's very sweet. You're going to read 2, and you're going to think of Dan and be like, oh, he's a 2. Yep. Oh, he's a 2.
What is a 2?
I'm going to tell you right now. Look, we have 13 more minutes. Are you listening to something? Because I'm about to tell you what a 2 is. You don't even know what a 2 is?
I think you may have. I think you told me. I forgot. What's happening here? Sorry about the noise here on the.
Very loud.
I gotta fix my.
Very loud.
Sorry. Trying. I'm not a YouTube professional. Guy out of here.
Listen to this about a 2. I am a yes man, anchored and steady. Let me do that for you. Naturally nurturing, but I even forget to take care of myself at times. I always go the extra mile. Oh. At their best, the type 2 are helpers. They are loving, compassionate, adaptable, nurturing, generous, supportive, hospitable, and tuned into how people feel. They are empathetic listeners and caregivers. They love nothing more than pitching in to help with great compassion. Isn't that him? He's so sweet. He's like the sweetest man. I had a really bad 16th birthday too.
What is this thing?
Okay, I have to memorize. It seems so as a 6. Yeah, don't say.
You don't say.
I'm just catching up my comments. 2s, oh, they're a lot to handle. Always trying to be so helpful. This guy. But I already pinned him for a 2. You can totally tell Dan's a 2, right? He's like a poster child of a 2. What's an 8? Oh God, Tommy's an 8. We've already discussed this. Tommy, you're definitely an 8. You're the 8. Hold on, I gotta get Enneagram 8 up because Tommy's the 8. 8s and 4s. We're like the clash. You're the challenger. That's what you're called. Dan's called the helper, and Tommy is the challenger.
Challenger. Nice.
I think this is hilarious. 8s are blunt and say what they think. See, you're an 8. Yeah, the test is really, really quick for the Enneagram. Everybody's like, yep, that's Tommy. You're an 8. You haven't even taken the test. You at 8. Self-confident, strong, and assertive. Protective, resourceful, straight-talking, and decisive. They use their strength to improve others' lives, becoming heroic, magnanimous, and inspiring. Typically have problems with their tempers and with allowing themselves to be vulnerable. And have problems keeping their AirPods in their ears. It said that. It was weird. All right, let me look up 6 since y'all are here. We're just talking. All right, 6 is the loyalist. Reliable, hardworking, responsible, and trustworthy. Excellent troubleshooters. They foresee problems and foster cooperation. Internally stable and self-reliant, courageously champion themselves and others. Typically have problems with self-doubt and suspicion. Dan.
Huh?
Hey.
See this face?
Thank you.
Skepticism.
Yeah, we made a Rebel meme. You have to see it. We made a Rebel. So good. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you mine. Enneagram 4. What am I called? The individualist. That's all I need to know. See, I told you. Self-aware, sensitive, and reserved. Emotionally honest, creative, and personal, but can also be moody and self-conscious. Inspired and highly creative. Typically have problems with melancholy, self-indulgence, and self-pity. Nailed it. Nailed it. At their best, authentic, warm, compassionate, introspective, expressive, creative, supportive, refined, and unique. At their worst, oh Lord. Withdrawn, exaggerated moods, depressed, self-pitying, moralistic, self-absorbed, stubborn, possessive, and temperamental.
All right.
It's fine. It's fine.
Totally
We're all good.
fine.
It's fine. I think it's Enneagram. I don't know. I just put an Enneagram test. Let me see. Yeah, it's the, I don't know, there's a bunch of them. You just type in Enneagram personality test. The first one that comes up is at truity.com. I'm sure they steal your data.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
It's a free test. I'm sure they're stealing your data.
Totally stealing all of it. Okay.
Tiny holes in wine. Ooh. You might be at 18. No, there's only 9. You can't be at 18. I'm a toaster. Somebody's celebrating 420 a little too hard. I wish I was an 8 or something without a heart, whatever that is. Exactly right. Me too. I think it's an 8. But they have hearts. They just don't show them.
I'm creating one more listing here. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly right. No, I did the free Enneagram test before I knew about this stuff because I was in the dark. But I'm sure I would like think about it. If I were about to do it right now, I'd be like, where's my money going? And then I would have a moral issue with it. And then I'd have to like borrow someone else's account that had paid for it because
Right.
that's fine. I would too. There's some moral things that I don't want to like support, and then I'll be like, well, if I didn't pay for it, is it still? Is that terrible?
Man, this thing is pretty sweet.
What is that?
Is it leather shacket?
I love a shacket. It's a little late in the season for your shacket.
Yeah.
Buddy shacket.
Doesn't matter. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, do they? I didn't know that.
Who does what?
Seems so Venture said it's really best to read through them all and see because sometimes the tests peg you for a different number. I don't know that. So this happened to Dan today. Okay, so I get this call. So Tracy put a shirt into the inventory bins and didn't record which bin. So today Dan calls me. He's like, okay, we sold this watermelon baby dress and I can't find it. And I'm like, did you look in the bins? Because we have like little bins for little things and it's little, and sometimes I put those, I inventory those, even if it's clothes, into the bins. He's like, I looked through every bin. And I'm like, did you look where it's supposed to be? Because it's baby clothes, so maybe it got like shoved down. He's like, I looked through every bin. So we went to Vendu and I looked at other things because Dan celebrates the 420s, and I looked through all the things that were listed on the same day, and it was all plush. I'm like, I bet you put those baby clothes in the plush bin. And he's like, what? I'm like, go check the plush bin. He's like, they're in the plush bin. Goes, oh, in the plush bin.
Totally in the bottom of the plush bin. There's like 4 things in there. Like, damn it. Yep.
But he's consistently like this, so it's predictable.
I don't know how to take that.
I mean, at least you're consistent. I think it's a good thing. I was able to tell you exactly where they were. We didn't have to cancel the order.
Yeah. that's
from
true.
across the country. You're that consistent. Yeah, I think we're all a blend too, except me, who's just a 4.
Full on.
Full on. I have no blends. Seriously, every test I take, it's like 100% 4, and everybody else takes the test at the same time. They're like 60% and 40%, or like 80% and 20%. I'm 100%. Like, dang. Same with INFJ, 100% every test I take. I read the numbers about 4 seem to make sense for me. You might be a 4. I don't remember what they are now. Just look them up on Google Images because they give you like the summary. I don't have time to read. Too long didn't read.
Yeah, exactly.
Great detective work. Hey, that's part of our reseller's toolbox. We are all great detectives because we're finding stuff in the thrift store, which is super detective-like. And then in estate sales, we're really detectives. And then in our own house, we have to find our stuff we bought and listed
Yeah,
and
exactly.
lost
And lost.
on our own. It's fine. I'm gonna put money down that Danica's taking the test right now. Danica, check in. Are you taking the test? She's left the chat.
Uh-oh.
Tracy, what do you think Danica is? Give her a prediction. Oh, maybe you don't know the numbers. I don't know the numbers. I just know that Dan's a 2, and you're a 6, and I'm a 4, and Tommy's an 8. So maybe I do. I know kind of all the numbers. On Jack Daniels, I am no longer a 6, though. Yep, I love it. I have a temperamental enneagram. Yep, she's doing it. She's on page 507.
Yep.
Well, it's short compared to Myers-Briggs. I remember it being very short compared to Myers-Briggs. Myers-Briggs thing takes like 20 minutes. Crazy. Yeah. I mean, there should never be clothes in our plush bins.
No. Sorry. This thing is awesome.
What's the brand?
William Barry. This thing has to be vintage, but it's like in amazing shape.
Wow. I forget what 9 is. I'll have to look at 9. There's family members outside of my window. It's very strange. I feel like this week we haven't really gotten much done, but I have been working during the day, which I normally don't do. I think like in the algorithm's eyes, even though we haven't been listing a lot at night, we're still doing okay.
Yeah. I mean, what you're doing during the day, the relisting, is definitely helpful.
You think?
I think so, because I mean, we're pushing, and then sending out offers too. We're still hitting like almost 10 sales every day.
Yeah. Normally when I'm out of town, we take a huge hit.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to. It's a big boy. That leather shack, it takes up some room.
I can see Dan having parts of 9 in him, but he's a 2.
Oh.
What? We're just enneagramming over here.
All right, that's cool. I'm just, I gotta photo room these pictures, upload them, and then I'm done.
How many did you do? 3 or 4?
Well, with this leather shacket, it'll be 4.
It's okay. It was a huge learning moment, right? So now you're going to take photos first.
Yeah, for sure. Because I wasted a bunch of time.
Yeah. Don't do what we do, kids.
Learn from us, please.
Take your photos first. As soon as you get them under those bright lights, you see everything.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
I don't know. People that use sunlight, I'm not sure if it's the same, but when we use, the big lights we do, flaws cannot hide.
I fold them inside out because somebody on YouTube showed me how to do that, and they said it helps to minimize wrinkles.
Hmm.
So I don't. I've been doing it that ever since.
Aw, the peacekeeper. This is amazing. We have a lot of peacekeepers in our group.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that
Listed. Okay.
it's interesting because I think our personalities lend themselves to having people join with us
Mm-hmm.
that are peacekeepers because
Yep.
we're always trying to keep the peace as a couple and everything. We're like, people meet us all the time. And you're like, you guys are so low key. I'm like,
Yep.
And I think that's the kind of people, you attract similar groups of people to each other.
Yeah,
I
man.
think that's really great.
What's the rhyme? Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Is that a rhyme? I've never heard that.
There you go.
But that's interesting that a lot of these people are saying they're in number 9, which is the peacemaker. And
Yeah.
I was saying that you have a lot of that in you too. It's called accepting, trusting, and stable, creative, optimistic, and supportive. They want everything to go smoothly without conflict, typically have problems with inertia and stubbornness. I think
Yep.
you have a lot of that in you as well.
I do. Yeah. Matt said he strives for homeostasis, and I feel that. I'm like, yep.
God. I try to learn from Dan every day. That kind of. I mean, I have my own chill vibe, but he's on another level. I'm definitely the less chill of the two of us.
I am the most chill of the two of us.
Danica has a 2, 4, and 7 are equal. She has multiple personalities. You might. But if you're part 2 and part 4, you're like Dan and me both.
Mm-hmm.
If I send you an email, is that okay? I have a
Absolutely.
question that I need help with. Yeah, for sure.
Totally. Yeah.
We answer questions all the time.
Send it. Send that email. All right.
Was it Reagan Prophet that taught you
What
that?
is?
I have never heard of Reagan Prophet in my life. What is Reagan Prophet? No, he doesn't watch reseller YouTubes. This was not a reseller YouTube he's referring to. I'm sure of it. I think Dan's watched one reseller.
It was
No
like way
way.
back when I was like.
Was it Akil? Because you did used to watch Akil.
No, it wasn't. It was somehow. It was some how-to video. Like it was like 4 years ago that I watched it, and it just stuck with me. So.
Yeah. Dan used to watch Akil McLeod. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's got a vibe. I don't know who any of these people you're saying, Tracy. We don't watch all these people. I need to get better.
And again, it was like 4 years ago, and I definitely cannot remember that. So.
Thank you, Susan. What's your enneagram? Susan's gonna be like the cheerleader enneagram.
Hype squad.
Yeah, hype squad. Love it. Yeah, we're going to bed too.
Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out, everybody.
And Melissa's a 1. I'm gonna remember that. Okay.
Yeah. Are we taking tomorrow off?
I think so. I really don't think I'll be. I mean, you can try. You guys can keep. They were saying you were doing well.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if I'm feeling it.
Guys, hype up Dan right now. He can do this.
All right. We'll see. I'll probably jump on tomorrow for a bit. We'll see
For
how it
a
goes.
bit. Oh
I
my
don't know, the whole
god.
2 hours.
You got a fan club here.
We'll yeah. All right. We'll see everybody tomorrow.